Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Oh, would you look at those lovely autumn leaves outside? Oh, aren't they just beautiful? So bright and colorful. Oh, I just love the autumn leaves, but quite frankly, looking at them just makes me sick, literally. Hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house, and I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I was just admiring the autumn leaves outside my window. Oh, don't you just love the fall colors? Oh, the trees go from being just plain old green to different colors like red and yellow and orange. Oh, just so colorful. What's that? And blue too? Oh, well, no, I don't think I've ever seen blue leaves. No, they usually stick with just basic colors like red, brown, yellow, orange. Yeah. What's that? But you think blue, pink, or purple would be prettier? Well, I suppose they would be prettier, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Not in real life anyway. No. Sometimes in cartoons you might see colorful things like that, but no, in real life, no, we stick with the basic red and yellow and orange and brown. Yeah, but just because they aren't blue or pink or purple doesn't mean they aren't pretty. They're still very beautiful. Yeah, but they do make me sick. They really do. Yeah. Something about the autumn just triggers my allergies. Yeah. Just looking at a picture of colorful autumn leaves just makes me want to cough. Oh, but speaking of autumn leaves, that reminds me of a very special book I brought to share with you today. Do you know why this book is so special? Oh, because it's my newest publication. Oh, my sister and I have been working on this book for a couple of years now. You see, I have the easy part. Yeah, I write the story, and the story doesn't take very long to write, but drawing the pictures, well, that's another story. That takes quite a while. Yeah, so my sister's been working really hard on it, and finally we have it done. So let me share it with you, and then I'll tell you a little bit about how we made it, all right? So this is the new book. This is called After the Leaves Fall, and of course it was written by Kitty K and illustrated by Debbie Femiak. And this is short and sweet, but let's read this together, shall we? Look at their pretty front page there with the colorful leaves. After the leaves fall, pay attention to the leaves here and see if they're different. I can listen to them crunch beneath my feet as I walk. She looks like she's having fun in them, huh? After the leaves fall, I can rake them into a huge pile and have fun jumping into them. That's really fun, isn't it? Jumping in the leaves. After the leaves fall, see, this is a different kind of leaf. I can stuff them into old clothes and make a silly scarecrow. After the leaves fall, and this one's a different kind of leaf, I know it's getting close to trick-or-treating time. Sometimes it feels almost magical when the leaves swirl around me. I know that someday soon the trees will be bare and winter will be on its way, but I'm going to enjoy the beautiful colors as long as I can. Aren't the autumn leaves beautiful? See the different autumn leaves, different shapes and different colors? Oh, so what do you think? Do you like our story? Did we do okay with it? Yeah, I think it was a fun book to do, and as you can see, it was a lot of work for my sister to do the pictures. Yeah, but I don't know if you remember, a while ago I read you After the Snowflakes, and that talks about winter activities and things we can do after the snowflakes come. And this one is After the Leaves Fall. So we have winter and we have autumn or fall. So we're trying to do one for each season. So now we have to come up with summer and spring. But we're making progress. We've got two done. Yeah. So so let me just tell you, I wrote the story, and then I told my sister about how I wanted the pictures to look. And so we took photos of kids actually, and then and I showed her how I wanted them to look. So let me show you this one here with the scarecrow. My grandsons helped me with this one. Now, when we did this, it wasn't even fall. So what we did, we took some old clothes and we stuffed it full of newspapers, actually. And then I had my grandson stand beside the chair like this with his feet like that. And I told her that's how I wanted the picture to look. But we picked a girl for this book as the main character. So she drew a girl's face instead of a boy's face. And then let me show you, oh, this one here. She had a picture of her granddaughter laying like this on the floor in the living room. And so she drew that, but instead of making her look like she was in the living room on the rug, she put leaves around her like she was out in the grass. And then let me show you one other one here. When she was, this one here, she had a picture of her granddaughter with her hands up in the air like that, like she was throwing something. So she drew that one and put the leaves around her, like the leaves were twirling around her. So she's very creative, isn't she? Very clever how she took different pictures, different photos, and put them all together and drew the picture the way I wanted it for the book. Yeah, so she's just a very creative person. Yeah. So then, after we got all the pictures together, then I went to see my niece, and she's got a program where she put them all in order, and we went online and we got it published. So, oh, it was just a lot of fun. But okay, let's talk about autumn leaves today. Oh, I thought we could talk about some of the fun things that we can do with autumn leaves. You know, autumn isn't really a happy season. You know, you think about summer. Summer's a happy season, isn't it? Because there's so much to do, so much going on, and the weather's nice. You can just run outside barefoot and ride your bike and go swimming, and lots of things to do. And then in the spring, well, spring is an exciting time of year because the snow is melting and the days are getting warmer and longer. The trees are getting new leaves and the flowers are blooming and the birds are coming back. It's like everything's coming back to life after a long cold winter. So it's a very exciting time of the year. But in the autumn, it's just the opposite. The days are getting shorter, it gets darker earlier, so you can't play outside after dinner, and it's getting colder, so you got to put a jacket on, and because it's getting colder, the gardens and the flowers are dying, and the birds are heading south, and the leaves start falling off the trees. So autumn is not as happy a season as some of the others, but it's still a very pretty season, and it's still warm enough to get outside and do some fun things. Yeah. What do you like to do in autumn? Go for a car ride to look at the pretty leaves. Oh, that's one of my favorites too. Yeah. Go pick out a pumpkin for Halloween. Yeah. So go apple picking. Yeah, a lot of fun things you can do in autumn. Yeah. So you know, I thought we could talk about the leaves actually. You know, when we were little, you know what we used to do? We used to go out and find a really bright colored leaf, and then we would wax it. What's that? No, we didn't whack it. We didn't whack it. I mean, you whack it, it's going to destroy it. No, we would wax it. Yeah, we would put it between wax paper and wax it. So wax paper comes in a roll like this. And if you just take 2 pieces of wax paper, and then you put your leaf in between like this. Now, the next step you have to have your mom help you with. You have to have an iron. Your mom or your dad have to have an iron, and irons get really hot. What's that? What's an iron? Oh, this is an iron. Yeah, it's used to take the wrinkles out of your clothes. Yeah. What's that? Your mom doesn't have an iron? No, a lot of moms don't use irons anymore. No, you just throw your clothes in the dryer, and the dryer takes the wrinkles out. But if you don't have an iron, ask your grandmother. She probably does. But you take the iron after it gets hot, and then you iron the leaf like this, and it makes the wax melt onto the leaf, and that helps to preserve the color a little bit longer. Now, there's one step that you want to make sure you don't forget, and that is to put newspaper underneath your wax paper. My mother had a dining room table, and somebody forgot that step, and she had a maple leaf permanently waxed on her dining room table. Yeah. So another way you can try to preserve your leaves is put glue on them. Yeah, I don't know how well that works. I've never tried it, but just take glue and put glue on there and let the glue dry, and that might help to preserve it. Or you could also use hairspray and spray it with hairspray. And hairspray is supposed to help preserve the color of your leaves. Now, if you have a laminator, you could try laminating them. Oh, I didn't say Terminator. No, I said Laminator. No, you've been watching too many movies. Let me show you. This is a laminator. And what you do with a laminator, you take your clear plastic sheet, and then you put your leaf inside your clear plastic sheet, and then you run it through the laminator. Now the laminator also gets hot. You have to plug it in and let it warm up. So you might have to have mom or dad help you with this. But you run it through the laminator, and that melts the clear plastic around it, and then you can just trim it. And that will help to preserve your leaf. Yeah, so that's another way that you can try to preserve your leaf. And you know, one time my grandson went out with spray paint. He got some gold spray paint, and he got a bunch of leaves and he spray painted them gold. Oh, were they ever pretty. So you could get different color spray paints and paint them, and that would help to keep them pretty and preserve them a little bit longer. Yeah, so then after you've got them waxed or laminated or whatever, you could string them together and make a leaf garland, yeah, and then you could hang the leaf garland over your front door for a decoration. Or you could take a coat hanger and shape your coat hanger into a circle and make a leaf wreath. Well, that's kind of tricky to say. Say that 3 times fast. Leaf wreath, leaf wreath, leaf wreath. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there's lots of fun things that you can do with the autumn leaves. Oh, and then, you know, like the book says, the book had some ideas too, where you can just crunch through them. Oh, that's fun to do too, isn't it? Just walk around and crunch through the leaves. Oh, and then rake them into a pile and jump in them. Oh, you know what's even more fun than raking them into a pile and jumping into them? If you put them at the foot of your slide, and then you come down your slide and slide into the pile of leaves. That would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? Or you can get some old clothes out and stuff them and make scarecrow people to put on your front lawn. That's always fun to do too. Yeah, or she threw them up in the air. Yeah, so you could just throw them up in the air. The only problem with that is sometimes they get caught in your hair, and that can make a mess of your hair. But oh, just so much fun. A lot of fun things you can do with leaves. Oh, and before we move on, one more thing that I thought of that you could do with, you could rake them into piles kind of and make like a path, kind of like a maze. So you could make a maze and you could follow the path of leaves around the yard. That would be fun too, wouldn't it? Yeah, just lots of fun things that you can do with the autumn leaves. Yeah. So I think that maybe it's time for us to move on to Move and Groove. So today I brought Every Good Thing, because the autumn leaves are a good thing, aren't they? Yeah, it's such a pretty time of year, yeah, and so much you can do in the autumn, and go for rides and look at the pretty leaves or try to preserve them, yeah. So I think that autumn is a good thing, isn't it? Yeah, so remember that when we move and groove, it makes our heart happy. So hop up off that couch and get ready to move and groove with me and make your heart happy. All right, are you ready to join me? All right, let's see what we have here. Here we go. did you do? Did you get up and move and groove with me? Get a little bit of exercise? Yeah, it's very good to get up and move and groove and get exercise and make your heart beat, because that's what it was made to do. All right, so let's see. Let's check our bee basket here. Remember that our bee bag are the things we want to be, right? Okay. Oh, and look, I brought my bee today, too. Look at my bee. Isn't he cute? He's a nice big bumble. We'll tuck him right over here. All right, so let's check our bee bag and see what we have in here. Oh, I like this word. This word is unique. Do you know why? That's because that's what it is. It says, be unique. What's that? You thought I said uneq? Yeah, it is kind of a funny spelled word, yeah, but it's a long U, unique. Yep, that's what it says, be unique, yeah. So do you know what it means? Do you know what unique means? Unique means one of a kind, yeah, not like anything else, yeah, so, I like that, don't you? Wouldn't you like to be unique? Yeah, be your own person, your own self, and not like anyone else? Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. Now, that makes me think of the autumn leaves. Yeah, did you know that the autumn leaves are different? Remember, I told you when I was reading the book to pay attention to the leaves, yeah, because the autumn leaves come in different shapes and sizes and colors. So, I have a little poster. Oh, I actually have a big poster here. Let me show you this poster. This doesn't have all the leaves, because there's a lot of leaves, a lot of different kinds of leaves. But let me show you some of the different leaves here. So this one here at the top, this is maple. This is where we get our maple syrup. So maple leaves, they are the prettiest. They come in, they'll turn like a yellow and an orange and a bright red. Yeah, so the maple leaves are definitely the prettiest ones. And then we have oak leaves, and oak leaves, they usually turn kind of a brown. Yeah, they don't get the bright, brilliant red like the maple leaves do. And then down here we have some beech leaves, and they don't get bright red either. They usually will turn yellow and then work their way into a brown. But can you see how they have different shapes? See, the maple leaf has lots of points on it, and the oak leaf is long and has rounded points. And then the beech tree just has kind of like oval leaves. So they're all different, aren't they? Yeah. So can you imagine if all the leaves and all the trees had the same kind of leaves and they all turned the same color? It wouldn't be very exciting to go for a foliage ride, would it? Because all the mountains would be either all yellow or all red or all brown. But where they turn different colors, it makes it so much prettier, don't you think? Yeah, I think it just adds a lot of variety. Yeah, because it would be kind of boring if there wasn't that variety. Oh, so speaking of variety, oh, I have a little saying here, and it says, variety is the spice of life. Yeah. Do you know where this came from? This goes back to 1875. Yeah, it's from a really old poem that was written back in 1875. What's that? How old was I in 1875? Oh my goodness. I wasn't alive in 1875. Oh, no. That was way before my time. My goodness, how old do you think I am anyway? I don't mind telling you how old I am. I'm 24, and I have been for a very long time, yeah, but not quite as long as my mother. But no, not since 1875. I wasn't around in 1875. But anyway, William Cowper wrote a poem, and he called it The Task, and it was written in 1875, and he said, variety is the spice of life, which gives it all its flavor. Yeah, so can you imagine if everything was the same? Can you imagine? Life would be pretty boring, wouldn't it? If everybody looked the same and everybody talked the same and everybody was the same and all the leaves were the same. They were all yellow. And oh, here, let me show you what that might look like. Here. So look at this. This is just a plain boring poster, isn't it? Everything is just yellow. Yeah, there's just no variety to it. No. So look, I'll show you. If we took a different colored leaf and a different shaped leaf, and we tucked it right in the middle, how about that? That stands out, doesn't it? Yeah, that makes it stand out because it's a different color and a little bit different shape. Yeah. So you know what I think? I think that we should all try to make our mark in life. We don't want to just blend in with the crowd. Do you want to just blend in with the crowd? No, I don't want to just go along with the crowd and do everything everybody else is doing just so I won't be different. No, I think that we should all try to make our own decisions in life and don't let somebody bully us into making decisions we don't want to make. No, I think that we should be our own person and like our sign said here, be unique. Yeah, don't be afraid to be unique and don't just go along with the crowd. Make a mark. Yeah, do you know how to make your mark in life? You know what? Grandma Kitty has a saying that she always, not always, haven't done it for a while, but remember, I had this saying that believe in yourself. Remember, I always used to tell you that you got a lot of good things inside of you? Yeah, so you know what? You need to find out what those good things are inside of you and use them to make the world a better place. Yeah? You figure out what you like, what you're interested in, what you're good at. Yeah, and then develop that talent. Yeah, and then you can use that talent to make the world a special place. And, you know, there's something you were meant to do in life. Yeah, and it's up to you to figure it out. Oh, yeah. No one else can figure it out for you. Do you know why? Because they don't know how you think. They don't know how you feel. They don't know your interest or your talents. No, but you do. You know what you like. You know what you think. Yeah, you know what you're good at. Yeah, so it's up to you to figure it out and then work at it and develop those talents and be unique and make the world a better place. So I wanted to read a poem. I wrote a poem at the very end of my book here. So let me read that to you real quick. It says, Autumn leaves. The autumn leaves have fallen and crunch beneath my feet as I wander through the yard, such a sweet autumn treat. We rake them up together to make a great big pile. Jumping in is lots of fun. I'm jumping in with style. We find some old worn clothing and in the leaves we'll go to make some silly people. We call them all scarecrows. The leaves seem to be happy, twirling all around me, floating down through autumn air, waving goodbye to their tree. When all the leaves have fallen and the trees are standing bare, I know that they will find some rest as winter fills the frosty air. But for today, I think I'll smile and enjoy their colorful fun as they fall down to the ground. They're special, each and every one. Oh, the autumn leaves are so special, aren't they? Yeah, and you are just as unique and special as each beautiful autumn leaf. Yeah, there's no one else like you. Yeah, so be beautiful, be unique, be you, and make sure you get out there and enjoy those beautiful autumn leaves before they all disappear. Well, I think that about does it for today. You take care, you stay healthy, safe, and happy, and Grandma Kitty will see you next time. Bye-bye.